What is up, KTCU listeners? It is DJ Adam here. I know what you guys are thinking. Everyone's sad. We didn't get the iconic DJ Adam intro. But I just had some technical difficulties, obviously. First show back. And you know what? We're going to solve this right now. We have to play that intro for you guys. I'm so upset that did not just play for me right now. This is why you test stuff beforehand, guys. I didn't. I did not think that would happen. Alright, you guys. We're gonna start over. Pretend like you never heard me talking. This is awkward. What is up, guys? It is DJ Adam back with 35mm Melodies on KTCU 88.7. Man, is it good to be back with you guys, man. Obviously, I'm feeling a little rusty already. We're already making mistakes 0 seconds into the show. But hey, we're back. We cannot complain, man. It has been a while for all my loyal listeners. I'm sorry for the wait. You know, I promise the last few weeks I've just been grinding, trying to make this show as amazing as possible because we have to make up for it. We lost 2-3 shows. It's just to give everyone a little life update, just about the studio, just about DJ Adam, about the show. KTCU went through a full overhaul this summer, complete remodeling, new everything. There's new pictures flying around. Like if you look at the TVs in here, there's pictures of DJ Adam that everyone stops and stares at. It's kind of awkward. Like, guys, I'm a person too. Anyways, but yeah, complete remodel. The studio wasn't ready at the beginning of the school year, but thankfully to the lovely people at KTCU, Jeff, Janice, and Roger, shout out all of them. They worked hard all summer, first few weeks of school to get this set up for all of us. So we appreciate them so much. So much. They do so much behind the scenes that not everyone knows about. So just had to shout out them real quick. But yes, DJ Adam is finally back. First episode, 35mm Melodies. Little life update for you guys, because you guys have been thinking, I wonder what DJ Adam's been up to all summer. Now, for all the loyal Instagram followers, 35mm Melodies, 88.7 on the IG. I haven't been posting too much this summer. Apologies, guys. I have a life. I was doom scrolling, but I stayed busy, watched a lot of movies, and every time I was watching the movies, I'm like, I'm doing this for my listeners. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm enjoying this popcorn. I'm eating at the movie theater for you, so I can share my experiences at the theater with you guys in the future. So just know, all my selfless acts of going to the movie theater, paying for a ticket, not pirating like DJ Adam used to. No more pirating movies for DJ Adam. I never said that. I never said anything about that. We're just going to scratch that from the lines. Okay, DJ Adam does not pirate movies. He goes to the theater, buys a ticket, and enjoys the cinematic experience. With that, I had a great summer. I hope everyone else did. I think summer's officially over. I mean, school started, so we'll just say that. I don't know the official start and stop date for everything, DJ Adam's been going with the flow. Last semester here at the TCU. Really excited and not. DJ Adam is not ready for employment. I don't know if I'm ready, guys. I'm getting a little off track. I'm just venting. I haven't been able to talk to you guys for such a long time. I needed this. But to get a little more on topic, today we are talking about hit movie came out this summer, 2025's Superman, directed by the James Gunn. Now, before I get into the soundtrack or anything, I just gotta say, shout out James Gunn. Like, I'm gonna go into detail about how he's super cool and he's saving DC. But James Gunn did something really special for this movie. Now, if you guys seen the movie, and if you haven't, shame on you. Go support your local movie theater, guys. Come on. But anyways, James Gunn did a special thing for this movie. He made special soundtracks for each character on his Spotify account. Maybe on Apple Music too, but we're looking at his Spotify. So if you go look up James Gunn, he made a soundtrack for Clark Kent, for Lois Lane, for Jimmy Olsen, for Green Lantern, for Mr. Terrific, for Hawk Girl. He Hawk to a Girl. Sorry, that was a good joke. Anyways, he made soundtracks for each of them. So I think it's awesome. I think that's why the movie was so good. He knows the characters down to what type of music they listen to. And you know what? That was perfect for good old DJ Adam here, because what do? We talk about movie soundtracks on here. And so I was able to curate our unofficial Superman soundtrack, dissecting songs I liked from all of the James Gunn mini playlists for the movie. This was, James Gunn honestly outdid himself on this. I think he did it because he's so notorious for soundtracks with, Peacemaker, Guardians of the Galaxy, having such good ones. And I'll play a clip for you guys later where he talks about he wanted to focus more on the score and not have too much music in it, because that's what he remembered Superman as a kid. So that's why there's only 2 or 3 songs in the actual movie. But out of context, there's actually a lot more, because he made this amazing multiple soundtracks for us. So with that, sorry guys, I'm just so hyped up. I'm just so passionate right now talking up to you guys. This is amazing. We're back. We are back. That's a Hangover reference, if anyone got that. 1 point Gryffindor, if you got that, if you understood that reference. Oh, I just did a double reference. It was like 6 or 7. Anyways, guys, I'm going to play some music for you, because DJ Adam needs to cool down. I'm too hyper right now. I don't know if it's the caffeine or just my excitement to be here. So with that, we're going to play The Mighty Crab Joys. This is DJ Adam on 35mm Melodies on KTCU. Your choice for college radio. What is up, KTCU listeners? That last song was Work Out by Post Sex Nachos from the Jimmy Olsen soundtrack for the movie Superman. Now, I hope we're all having a wonderful night. And just to give everyone a little debrief, any new listeners out there, here at 35mm Melodies, what we do, what DJ Adam does, is I embark my listeners on a journey through the soundtrack of film. So basically, I take the soundtrack from a movie, I play the soundtrack, and we talk about the movie. Now, this week's a little special because James Gunn gave us so much stuff to work with. DJ Adam got to curate a little bit, which is awesome. DJ Adam doesn't always get to curate because, sometimes the soundtracks are very limitational. But this week, shout out James Gunn, we get to explore a little bit more. Now, with that, I want to talk about James Gunn a little bit. Now, everyone knows Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And shocker, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. These are all James Gunn films. He was the director. He was over at Marvel. And he kind of, I wouldn't say reinvented Marvel, but he definitely helped set it up to where it is now. Now, Kevin Feige is the guy in charge of Marvel. And let's just say James Gunn turned into the Kevin Feige of DC recently. I believe it was signed in, let me look at my notes. When did James Gunn? I believe it was in 2022. James Gunn became in charge of DC with his partner Peter Safran as co-chairman and co-CEO of DC Studios. So basically, DC saw James Gunn make Guardian of the Galaxy 1 through 3 and was like, yeah, we need this guy. So they got him to make Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, which were classics. Great. They were good hits. They were perfect for DC at the time, which was struggling, not doing too hot. Batman, Superman, Justice League, they weren't hitting. Marvel was just kicking their butt. So they got this Feige, and they got this James Gunn guy. He made little stuff for him, medium budget stuff, and he killed it. So they're like, you know what? We're putting this guy in charge. But I think we need to go back in time a little bit more to find out a little bit more about James Gunn. So here I have his career overview for us. So in the 1990s, mid-90s, he started at Troma Entertainment, where he was a writer. And he co-wrote Tromeo and Juliet, which is, I'd never seen. I looked it up. It kind of creeps me out. It looks like a creepy version of Romeo and Juliet. Then after that, he moved on to studio films, where he was a screenwriter and he co-wrote some certified bangers. I'm talking Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, and ironically, Dawn of the Dead, which was directed by Zack Snyder, who, as you guys obviously all know, he kind of ran DC before Gunn. He had the whole Snyderverse thing, which we can get into, but we're not. I'm pro Snyderverse. I think The Man of Steel was a cool movie. It's the only time in my hometown where I went to the movie theater and it was full. Every single seat in the movie theater was full. I'll never forget it. Like, for my town to have the theater full, like, that's crazy. We had to sit in the front row and my neck hurt after because I was like looking straight up. I was so close to the screen. That movie was pretty BA. Pretty cool, if you ask me. So shout out Zack Snyder, but ironically, he got replaced by James Gunn, who was his writer for Dawn of the Dead. So we have James Gunn early as a writer. Then he transitioned to directing. In 2006, he was the director for Slither, which was a horror comedy. And apparently it has a cult status, but cult classic. It's not like a cult movie, I don't think. I haven't watched it. I don't plan on it. Horror comedy is not Adam's thing, DJ Adam's thing. DJ Adam likes movies with good music in it. And maybe if one of the listeners listen to that, watch that movie, if it has good music in it, let me know. I might listen. But no thank you. Okay, and then James Gunn, 2010, he released Super, which is a dark superhero satire starring Rainn Wilson and Elliot Page, who we've actually talked about some Elliot Page's movies on this show before, Juno being one of them. Shout out Elliot Page. Now this is where James Gunn really blows up with his Marvel success. Guardians of the Galaxy, 2014, Volume 2, 2017, and then James Gunn being such a unique person that he was actually fired by Disney in 2018 over resurfaced old tweets. But then they said, you know what, you're too talented, man. It's X now. Who cares about Twitter? 2019, Disney rehires him after fan support. Then he goes and makes, shocker, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm sure if he was still at Disney, they'd have him writing Guardians of the Galaxy 5 right now, just because they're just going to milk him like a cash cow, just for all the Guardians they can get out of him. Then we're going to backtrack a little to 2021. So Guardians of the Galaxy 3, 2023, but in 2021, he actually made the Suicide Squad, which is for DC, and it was a hit. Actually, great soundtrack, by the way. And then he made Peacemaker 2022, which was an HBO show. Season 2 is out right now, and I have mixed feelings on it, but Season 1 is great. Everyone should go watch it just to get more informed on James Gunn's work. It's amazing. It's great. And then obviously he becomes the co-chair and CEO of DC Studios. And then now we're at Superman. So that's where he went from director/writer to CEO-ish. So, good for him. James Gunn worked his way up. And I guess my final little fact about the Gunn is for every one of his films, he always hires his brother, Sean Gunn, to be either big role or small role. I think it's a good little, I wouldn't call it nepotism, but maybe brothertism. Maybe, I don't know what the proper word for hiring your brother and everything. It's not like he's a star in all the films, but, there's a little role for Sean Gunn in every James Gunn film. And I think, if you didn't know James Gunn had a brother, that's an actor who's good enough to be in the movies. Now you know. And once you realize, if you Google him and see what he looks like he is in every freaking movie. So yeah. With that little rant, little DJ Adams history lesson on James Gunn, we're going to get back into the music. Next up, we have Docket by Blonde Shell featuring Bully from the Jimmy Olsen soundtrack for the Superman movie. This is DJ Adam on 35mm Melodies on KTCU. What is up, KTCU listeners? That last song was Best Friend's Girl by Adin Diaz. Wow, that name confuses me because it's Adam, both an N. Adin Diaz? Who knows if that's right, but it was a good song. The song before that was 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover by Paul Simon. Oh my gosh, that was a banger. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. That was kind of a crazy switch up between songs, but that's literally how James Gunn has it in the soundtrack. Now, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Tonight, I am favoring the soundtrack James Gunn made for Jimmy Olsen. He was probably my favorite character in the movie. If you guys don't know who Jimmy Olsen is, he's Clark Kent's best friend. He works at the Daily Planet. With him, he's a reporter. And for some reason, James Gunn had to make him a playa, a ladies' man. And after listening to the songs in his playlist, he's kind of a gaslighting manipulator, performative male. And, I kind of relate to him in that sense. So, shout out Jimmy Olsen. I knew I liked him. And after listening to his music more, man, he is goated. No wonder he gets all the ladies. He has great taste in music. Now, I kind of want to talk about Jimmy Olsen more. His character is played by Skylar G. We'll just go with that. DJ Adam is terrible at pronunciation, so Skylar G. Now, I know him for being in The Righteous Gemstones. He plays a Gideon Gemstone, and it's a great show if you haven't seen it. It's great. Skylar's great in it. But I wanted to talk about him because there's a clip that was trending online when the movie was coming out, how he actually thought when he was trying to be, when he was rehearsing trying out to be in the movie, he thought he was trying out to be Superman. And when he got callbacks from the auditions, that's the word I was looking for, from the auditions. He's like, "Oh my gosh, really? James Gunn wants me to Superman?" And they're like, "No, you're Jimmy Olsen, buddy." But I think that's another reason Jimmy Olsen's my favorite character, because Skylar has that delusion that he could be Superman. Just something about that delusional, gaslighting, performative male, and great music. Wow, DJ Adams is a really big fan of that. Now, with that, I want to play a little clip from a James Gunn interview talking about the movie, because as much as DJ Adam likes sounding smart and knows he's smart, I think I should just hear it direct. You guys should hear it directly from the source instead of me just spitting the facts on you. So here's a little clip from an interview with James Gunn talking about why Superman sounds different. In a good way, of course.
Drops have always been such an important element of a James Gunn movie, but Superman sounds different.
Yeah.
How'd you change up that trademark style? What was the approach?
Well, it's just a lot more score in the movie, really. So, when I was a kid, I saw the first Superman. John Williams' score was so incredibly important to me. I fell in love with that score, and I kind of fell in love with movie scores because of that score. Yeah. So, taking John's original score and deconstructing it and reconstructing it with the help of John Murphy and Dave Fleming was one of the joys of making this movie. I just always knew it was more of a score-based film than a song-based film.
Shout out James Gunn for that. Shout out IMDb. That's where I got this interview from. Shout out them. You got to give credit where credit's due. They're asking great questions. And James Gunn, it's a big score movie, and I'm not going to play too much score for you guys on here, just because just instrumentals on the radio, come on, guys. We need to hear some words. Big words. Music words. Words that rhyme. But, yeah, so shout out James Gunn there. I'm going to be repeating all night like a broken record. He made these extra soundtracks that you guys should all check out. See Superman, obviously. See the movie. See what character you related to the most, which one you liked the most, and then go look at the soundtracks James Gunn made for them, and you'll be like, yeah, no wonder I like this character. They have great taste in music. And I think that's why the movie is so good. They have so much character. They're so deep. They have their own playlists. They're like real people almost. Holy crap, real people in a movie? That's crazy. Now, with that, I do want to play another clip for us, just because it's an amazing clip. It's a little deep dive. Not deep dive, just deep discussion within the film, where we get Superman talking to Lois Lane at kind of a deep level. It's very intimate, and they're just trying to keep it real about punk rock. And, we'll understand more later when I play a certain song for you, but, 40 minutes into the show, and I feel like this is a good time to get a little debrief from Clark Kent himself.
We're so different. I was just some punk rock kid from Bakerline, and you're Superman.
I'm punk rock.
You are not punk rock.
I like the Stranglefellows and the PODs and the Mighty Crabjoys.
Those are pop radio bands. They're not punk rock. The Mighty Crabjoys suck.
Okay, well, a lot of people love them.
My point is I question everything and everyone. You trust everyone and think everyone you've ever met is, like, beautiful.
Maybe that's the real punk rock.
Maybe that's the real punk rock. I mean, guys, absolute cinema there by Superman. I mean, write that down, guys. Write that down, fellas. Write that down. And if you've seen the movie, if you have social media, you know, that's what, like, sparked the edits of Superman after it happened. That's the real pop punk. And then it's like all these edits to the Iggy Pop song of Superman. It's a banger, guys. After Superman came out, those first few weeks was a great time to be on the internet. You know, the memes were amazing. Not DJ Adam 35mm Melodies Instagram level memes, but they were pretty good. And, you know, we gotta shout out Superman for standing on business there. You know, he named his top 5 artists right there. And you know what? He kind of got shut down. That was kind of rude by Lois Lane. Like, that was really rude. Kind of gave me an ick. That was a little bit of a red flag. Like, you don't disrespect a man's music taste like that. You don't call his music mainstream, okay? He named niche artists. And honestly, if I was Superman, I would have left Lois Lane right there. Like, that's where you draw the line. You are getting so vulnerable. You tell a girl your taste in music, and they just shut you down like that. Oh, you're so mainstream. You're so not cool. You're so not niche. That's basically what she said. Like, are you kidding me? That is like, that's a stab to the heart to anyone with real music taste. Anyone cool enough to listen to the radio. Like, imagine someone insulting your music taste. That, like, people don't talk about how Lois Lane might be the real villain in the story. You know what? Speaking of villains, this film does have the Lex Luthor, who is a D1 hater. If you know what that means, it means Division 1 hater. So that means he hates Superman. And you know, I don't really get it. Lex, you're rich, you're famous, you have no hair, I get it, being bald, you know, just go to Turkey, get a hair transplant, dude, you can afford it. But he hates Superman for whatever reason, geopolitical or not. We're not going to get into that. But, you know what we are going to get into? The music. Next up, we have We Three by Soul Asylum from DJ Adam's unofficial Superman soundtrack. This is DJ Adam on 35mm Melodies on KTCU, your choice for college radio. What is up, KTCU listeners? That last song was Punk Rocker by Teddy Bears, featuring Iggy Pop. Now, if you guys were listening carefully, that was kind of the reference to that the audio I played earlier about Superman and Lois Lane, the whole punk rock thing. That kind of song is kind of like the go-to song from the movie. You know, that whole context of that little conversation of Lois being super rude to Superman. And, you know, how punk rock isn't dead. And I just want to touch on that because I feel like it's an important topic to have. I think that's why Superman is such a good movie, because it kind of brought back being a nerd, being punk rock, being niche is cool again. And, you know, it never wasn't, if we're being honest, because DJ Adams always been super niche and super cool. But in an ironic way, it made being niche mainstream again. Like, Superman is a comic book. Comic books are for nerds, for losers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. The comic book store in my hometown scared me, though, growing up. I went in there once, and I bought a Spider-Man one. And the comic book kind of sucked, but I kind of like didn't know what to get. And I was kind of uncomfortable with like nerds playing card games and like grown adults, like 30-year-old men like playing like Magic Gathering. And like, let's get in and out of here. I think we spent like $20 on a comic book. I didn't even finish reading because it was weird. It was a Spider-Man one, but it wasn't like a good Spider-Man. Anyways, being a nerd is cool again, guys, because of Superman, because of DJ Adam, because of the radio. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Superman is a nerd. He's Clark Kent. And I think people forget about that. We think of like the Zack Snyder, Man of Steel, like this big old tough Superman guy. It's like, nah. Superman listens to underground music. Like, he probably has a vinyl player at his house. Like, he lights candles some nights, you know? He wears glasses. Nerd. Who wears glasses anymore? 4 eyes. Are you kidding me? I'm kidding, guys. I'm joking. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, we need to nerd out. I don't know if you guys watched the Zerky show. This guy's been blowing up this past year, but that's his famous saying, or one of his famous sayings. He blew up this summer recently because he had this video where he said, you need to nerd out. And people, these genius people on TikTok, combined it with Punk Rocker by Teddy Bears, featuring Iggy Pop. And it's just, it's like, we're so back. Like, 2025 has been giving good vibes so far. I mean, knock on wood, TCU Natty 2026 coming in. But, I mean, we're doing good right now, guys. We're nerding out. We had Superman this summer. We had Fantastic Four, which was okay. We had Formula One, banger movie. And I'm pretty sure there was like Weapons I heard is good. I haven't seen it yet. It's scary. I don't want to go alone. If any ladies want to go take me to the movie, let's go see Weapons. On a Tuesday, though, because that's when it's discounted prices at Clear Fork. Balling on a budget right now until someone wants to sponsor the show. Anyways, let's be nerds, guys. Let's nerd out. James Gunn is a nerd. I mean, think about how much he had research. Think about how much research he had to do to write this movie. He had to read comic books. He had to watch cartoons to research Superman. We gotta nerd out, guys. I think that's the big thing about this movie. It makes being a nerd cool. Clark Kent's a nice guy. Nice guys always finish last. I mean, if you guys have been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, I mean, Conrad's in the gutter right now. He's the nice guy. I mean, maybe the next few episodes might turn around, but, I mean, nerd out, guys. Have your niche passion. I think that's what's going on right now. I think that's the move. Could be the move, being a nerd. Nerd out a little bit, you guys. Have a super niche, cool radio show where you talk about movie soundtracks. That's like the nerdiest thing ever. We gotta do more of that, guys. I think that's James Gunn. He made playlists for make-believe characters. This is what they would listen to. If that's not being a nerd, I don't know what is, guys. Scrolling on Twitter, looking at college football memes. We need to do more of that. We need to nerd out. We need to be punk rock. Punk rock is cool again. All American Rejects are going on house tours. Are you kidding me? Bring on the recession, guys. Like, we're bringing back cool early 2005, 2010s housing crisis vibes. Good vibe. Vibes were high. I'm still mad I didn't buy houses when I was 8 years old, but you know what? Let's get back into the music. Next up, we have Different Drum by Stone Ponies featuring Linda Rostand. This is DJ Adam on 35mm Melodies on KTCU. Your choice for college radio. What is up, KTCU listeners? That last song was Wild is the Wind by The Second Band from, you guessed it, the unofficial Superman soundtrack. Curated by the DJ Adam. Made from James Gunn's playlist for the characters himself. That last song was from the Jimmy Olsen version of the soundtrack. Shout out Jimmy Olsen. Shout out Skylar. Now, I wanted to get a little bit into the details. We're an hour into the show. And if you guys remember earlier, I was talking about nerding out. I was talking about all this stuff. But we need to talk about the hater in the film. Lex Luthor, who is played by the Nicholas Hoult. If you guys don't know Nicholas Hoult, he's bald. He plays Nux in Mad Max Fury Road, Beast in X-Men. He's in Skins. He's in About a Boy. He's a great nerd, but he nerds out in the wrong way in this film. He's not a cool nerd. He's a mean, rich nerd who kind of hates Superman for. He's kind of just a hater, and we don't really like haters here. Now, with that, I just want to play a little clip from the movie that kind of shows Lex Luthor isn't very pop punk. Let me get this playing for you guys.
They mention Galileo or Einstein or one of these other twits in the same breath as me, I feel a tide of vomit burn the back of my throat. But at least Galileo did something. He wasn't some dopey Venusian catapulted onto this planet just to have the world fawn over him, because his strength illuminates how weak we all really are. So my envy is a calling. It is the sole hope for humanity, because it is what has driven me to annihilating you. 1A! 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 1A!
So if you guys don't know what the 1A is, basically, Lex Luthor created a clone of Superman and would instruct him on what to do. And the 1A is him just punching Superman in the face. Bah, 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 bah. Just repeat it. And I don't know if you guys played video games. If you guys ever nerded out on video games, I hate when people spam the same move. It's literally so annoying. Like, come on, guys. So there's a skill level to it, and you know, it's guys. You can't just spam the same move. I mean, Lex Luthor is unoriginal. He's a hater, and he doesn't nerd out. He nerds out in the wrong way. Like, why are you a billionaire? Why are you like a super smart person? And you decided, yeah, I'm just gonna hate on Superman. Why don't you just be like a super version of yourself? Like, come on, guys. Be better, Lex Luthor. Be better. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, DJ Adam, where is the soundboard? Where is the music? Where is the special effects? We are gonna do a live practice of me trying to use them. As you guys know earlier, during the intro, we were struggling to get them to work. I'm going to go through my soundboard right now and see if stuff works. Okay, that one worked. Let's see if some of the famous ones from last semester. Okay. King Bob! Wow. This is revolutionary, guys. I was nervous. I thought none of my sound effects worked. But somehow all of them work except for my intro one. DJ, I'm a little embarrassed right now, guys. My production value could be way higher if I knew this. Wow. Question, DJ Adam. Do all of your soundboard stuff work? Well, apparently it does. Good to know. Now with that, thank you for this little live experiment on the air, guys. It was really just first episode. You know, we gotta settle back in. We gotta make the mistakes. Because that's how we learn. It's how we get better on the show. Now, this is terrific. Speaking of that, there actually is a character in the film named Mr. Terrific. Now, if you guys don't know about Mr. Terrific, he's kind of an underground niche. You know, you have to be a cool nerd to know who Mr. Terrific is. He's kind of a cop-out. He's a nerd, guys. He's like a genius. He owns his own company, and he builds like these special little balls, like 6, 7 of them, and he just goes around, and he's basically like not an off-brand Iron Man. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this guy. Kind of like a DC version of Iron Man. He's just super smart, super nerdy. But you know what? It works for him. And he has that iconic scene in the movie where he like fights to the music. Pretty cool. Pretty BA, if you ask me. Shout out Mr. Terrific. We're very underrated in the comics. No one really talks about him enough. And with that, I think we're going to get back into the music. But before we do, I just need to double check some stuff before we start it. I need to double check my facts. Mr. Terrific was played by Eddie Guthrie. He was in X-Men First Class as Darwin. He was in Twilight. He was in House. He was in The Harder They Fall. Startup. I knew 3 of those words. I knew X-Men. I knew Twilight. I knew House. Do not know that other stuff. The ball knowledge is not there for DJ Adam on that. Now, I got my soundboard working, but now my music is acting up. Interesting. How will DJ Adam respond? How will we get this going, guys? Let's see. Pressure is on. Stadium pulse is at all-time high for DJ Adam as he deals with technical difficulties. There. I think we got it, guys. I think I fixed it. Next up, we have Brandy. You're a fine girl. By the Looking Glass. This is DJ Adam on 35mm Melodies on KTCU. Your choice for college radio. What is up, KTCU listeners? That last song was In the Middle by Jimmy Eats World. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that was like a... Shoot, I don't know when that song came out, but I want to say early 2000s. When the Middle by Jimmy Eat World. Came out in 2001. Man, that is the definition of like a pop punk banger. Back when emo music was cool. And there's something about Superman listening to Jimmy Eat World that just rubs me the right way. It just fires me up. Like, we need to listen to more music like that. Like, if Superman listens to emo music, I mean, like, saying it out loud, it's like, obviously you don't want Superman to be emo because then he could go like crazy and be depressed and stuff. But, you know, it's like a good type of like pop punk. It's just nostalgic in the greatest way. And that's what I was thinking about over the break, how Superman is low-key nostalgic. Even though it just came out, it brings back good vibes. It's like, why haven't we had good vibes like that at the movie theater in a while? I think it's because we haven't been listening to enough pop punk lately. No one's pop punk anymore. You know, I think it's started to show. So, I think we need to start a move. DJ Adam is starting the B-pop punk music. Being pop punk is cool, guys. I'm just ranting at this point, guys. I already talked about it earlier, but nerding out. But we need to be punk rock again. Okay? We need to bring it back. If Superman can listen to emo music, anyone can, guys. We can be niche. We can be whatever we want. Superman said, I'm fired up right now. Like, the next few songs are just banger after banger after banger. Like, James Gunn went a little mainstream, not very niche. I mean, come on. Jimmy Eats World has like a gazillion listens. I mean, Superman, you're naming all those niche artists earlier, and then you do this. But you know what? It's Superman. We'll forgive him. You live and you learn. But with that, since we have such high vibes right now, I wanted to play a little compilation I made of some funny clips from the movie that just make me smile and just, you know, let's keep the good vibes rolling with some of these funny moments from the film.
Yeah?
Do you have them?
Superman, the mean dog in a cape, a weird baby, and a squiggle man.
What? Maybe you should join the group.
Please. I mean, no offense.
A little off.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to take it apart and put it back together?
No. It was just...
That creepy mug is what you want representing the Justice Gang?
Justice Gang?
Hey, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bum you out. I shouldn't have brought it up.
That's a cool name.
They're in.
Unbelievable.
Shout out the Justice Gang, guys. If you've seen the movie, you kind of understood those audios. But if you haven't, I hope you got FOMO and now you want to see the movie. See, I'm peer pressuring you guys into seeing Superman. Don't be like my roommates, guys, and be like, when does it come to streaming? No, guys, let's set a date. Look at your calendar. Check AMC. Check the local theater. Whatever you got. Like, I'm going to go see Superman. Because you know what? Why not? You're going to watch it better in the theater. If you watch it at home, you're going to take your phone out. You're not going to nerd out. You're not going to be punk rock. You're going to be mainstream. You're going to be doom scrolling, which I don't blame you. But come on, guys. We got to have the full attention of the theater, of everything. It's all about nerding out, guys. And I was thinking, Superman listens to Jimmy in the Middle. I wonder what like Spider-Man listens to. Like, what kind of music would Peter Parker be bumping? Now, obviously, Peter is a little bit nerdy. I would call Peter Parker nerdier than Clark Kent, if we're being honest. Because, you know, just dorky high school kid, gets bit by a radioactive spider. He's not allergic to a rock like Superman. I mean, it's kind of weak, dude. You're allergic to rocks. Like, let's grow up. Come on. I used to be allergic to food coloring, but come on, Superman. Let's get out of that phase. Really? Rocks? Oh, sorry, I can't hang out can't go there. I'm allergic to the rocks. Come on. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is not going to hurt you, Superman. I'm pretty sure you'll be fine around him. I'm just joking, guys. With that, I think Peter Parker would listen to some Carly Rae Jepsen, like some 2010s hip hop, like something you would walk into like a J.C. Penney's or a PacSun or a Spencer's, the mall, Hot Topic. No, Hot Topic would play emo music, but not elevator music, but like your local like fast food diner that just has like the pop radio station on. That's like Peter Parker's music. No offense to him, but I just see him being pretty mainstream. He's not gonna nerd out like us. Like obviously he's a smart guy and all, but his music taste. I mean, he has plenty of time to listen to music. I mean, he's just flying around on the webs. That's another thing. Superman. Why do you not have your AirPods in when you're flying around, dude? Like, what are we doing? When are you going to listen to music, dude? Not during your morning commute, okay? Like, you're not driving anywhere. You're flying. Like, what are we listening to for during our morning flies or when we're walking the dog? Superman, he is very passionate about his dog, which I don't blame him. I mean, technically it's his cousin's, but, when you watch someone's dog, you gotta be respectful. Lex Luthor, he kind of crossed the line in the film. You do not touch someone's dog. That's not cool. You don't mess with someone's dog. That's where you draw the line. That's where like Superman throw hands, do like the laser eyes, and just freaking destroy Lex Luthor. I mean, not cool. We're about to listen to an audio that kind of reflects how upset Superman was when Lex messed with his dog.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
Lex, I tried to stop him.
It's fine, Heather. Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, loser! You took the dog!
That's right, you get all of this.
Where's the dog?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
He's just a dog.
I don't know what dog you're talking about. Ugly dog in a cape?
What did you say?
It's hard.
Okay. Wow, I've actually just realized something from that clip. If you've seen the movie, Lex Luthor mumbles something under his voice, and I've been listening to that clip for probably like a few weeks now, preparing for the show, and I never understood what he mumbled under his breath. I mean, Superman is super hearing, and he couldn't hear it either, but he said, ugly dog with an ugly cape. I just heard it right now. I finally was able to translate that. If some of you guys could hear that the first time through, thoroughly impressed, but DJ Adam plays his music too loud out of his wired headphones while he's thrifting, shopping organically, reading feminist literature. So with that, I think we gotta play some more music. I'm just so hyped that Superman's a nerd. Like he's not super nerd. That's DJ Adam will be super nerd. But with that, we're about to play some of the nerdiest music known to man and women. Next up, we have Everything in Its Right Place by Radiohead. This is DJ Adam on 35mm Melodies on KTCU. Your choice for college radio. What is up, KTCU listeners? That last song was Fame by the David Bowie. R.I.P., man. R.I.P. to the legend. Now, it's 9:35 Central Time. We're getting towards the end of the show, so I wanted to talk about money. Now, Superman 2025 had a budget of around $25 million, plus estimated marketing around $125 million. So total marketing plus production cost around $350 million to make. And in the box office opening weekend, it made around $125 million in the US, another $95 million internationally. So that's around $217 million. But then the total box office as of September, it's going to go up after all of my amazing listeners go and watch Superman again, after learning all this valuable information. So basically right now it's around $614 million. So it's doing pretty well for a $350 budget. $350 million budget, excuse me there. So that is the money talk for us today. So Superman good, make money, movie good. Now, with that, I kind of want to jump back into all the playlists James Gunn made. I kind of want to judge some of them. So I'm looking at the Lois Lane soundtrack right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's interesting. Not too bad. Okay, I'm mixing them up. Okay, I'm looking at the Lois Lane soundtrack right now. We got some Car Seat Headrest, Something Soon. That's a banger. Car Seat Headrest is good. We have some Blondie. We have some of the Sprints, Taps and Taps. People Eating People. Never heard of them. And Nicole Atkins. Not gonna lie, Lois Lane was hating on Clark Kent's music. Kind of valid. She has insane music taste. There was some crazy pulls on there. Now we're looking at Lex Luthor's soundtrack. That's where Fame by David Bowie came from. That was from his soundtrack. He has some Prince on there too, some Queen, some Radiohead, some Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Lex Luthor is giving off like wants to be a pretentious 80s fan, but watches Stranger Things because of nostalgia. That's what Lex Luthor is giving right now. Let's look at Hawk Girl. Hawk Tua Girl. Her soundtrack is interesting. Jane Jensen, Fast Girl USA, Boy Genius. Wow. This is giving off interesting vibes. I'm not going to say what I was thinking, but Hawk Girl has... I'm going to rate that soundtrack about 7 out of 10, honestly. Jimmy Olsen one. That's basically all the songs we played from tonight. They're goated. Jimmy Olsen, the GOAT. He pulls all the girls in the movie. He's the super... Honestly, he's better than Superman. He's super cool. Mr. Terrific's playlist. I don't listen to any. I don't know any of it. He has a MF Doom in it, which just makes it instantly valid. So James Gunn knows what he was doing there. Next up, we have the Green Guy Gardner playlist. He's playing some Dropkick Murphys. That's like that Irish song about going shipping up to Boston. That song. And then what else do we got here? We got some Queen. We got some Flow Rider, Nickelback, and Being Green from the Muppets movie. That's Guy Gardner seems like the guy to listen to music, like a song that mentions the word green, just because he's a Green Lantern. And then Ultraman has his own playlist too, which is kind of funny. And it's this is it's a lot of Japanese music, I believe, because there are words I don't understand on here. Different syllables. I respected James Gunn. I respect it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is so fun. If you guys get the chance, just go on, look up James Gunn on Spotify, and he has all these soundtracks. We're looking at The Engineer right now, one of the villains in the story. This is she's very giving hyper pop, weird. I don't even know some of these songs. I feel like I have good music taste. Like James Gunn makes me feel like mainstream. Okay, Eve Tech Masher. If you guys don't know her, she was Lex Luthor's boyfriend in the movie. Describe her to you. She's like a social media influencer who's blonde and not the brightest. You're going to be shocked what type of music she listens to. Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, Britney Spears, more Taylor Swift, blank space. Let's look at these. You Belong With Me. Not even Taylor's version, though. Come on. Come on, James Gunn. You got to put Taylor's version. Shake it off. I mean, I don't hate this playlist, but I think Eve could pick some. She would definitely listen to Enchanted instead of some of the other songs. All right, we have the last soundtrack to judge. Metamorpho. If you guys don't know him from the movie, he's like the shape-shifting guy who says the Justice Gang is a cool name, which I don't know. We got ABC. We got Johnny. I think I listened to him. I think I have some songs liked by him. Stereolab, Heaven 17, Nightmare of You. I haven't heard of any of these bands, to be honest. The Blow Monkeys. You know, that's the name of the band. I feel like this guy would listen to some underground stuff I've never heard of. I respect it. Now with that, we got to go back to Clark Kent. Superman soundtrack. We obviously played the middle earlier. We played which other ones? That's the only one. And the Mighty Crab Boys theme. That was the first song of the night. If you guys don't remember, but there's some other bangers on here. I'm gonna play one of them for you right now. This next song, it's a surprise from DJ Adam, but it's from the Superman soundtrack, the Clark Kent official playlist. This is DJ Adam on 35mm Melodies on KTCU. Your choice for college radio. You heard it here first, folks. Don't stop believing. Oh my gosh, I just muted myself. Embarrassing. You heard it here first, folks. Don't stop believing ever. I mean, if Superman believes in himself, I mean, why can't we, guys? We're not allergic to freaking rocks like that loser. But anyways, I think that's going to be the last song of the night. I got to be out of here by 9:50 or I get yelled at by the next DJ, and she kind of scares me. Her show is literally about murder mysteries, and I don't want to be talked about on the next one because of her. But with that, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to talk about it. DJ Adam is going to do his review of the movie. Superman, as a film, gets an 8.3 out of 10. I just felt good after watching that movie. It made me happy. It made me smile. I was kicking my feet like, you know what? Maybe everything's going to be all right. I'm going to go home. I'm going to listen to some good music. You know, I'm going to go do whatever I need to do with my day. But guess what? I'm going to nerd out. Punk rock is back. Life is great. For the soundtrack, I don't know what I'm going to give it. Because James Gunn went all out and made us a soundtrack for each character, I'm going to have to give it. This is unprecedented on 35mm Melodies. I'm going to have to give it a 9.5. Now, this doesn't count compared to everything else because they made so many different mini soundtracks, and it was goated. It was great. It was awesome. But, oh my gosh. I'm just so happy to be back, guys. So happy to talk about movie soundtracks. So happy to see Amelia and her guests waiting outside. Now, as everyone knows, Monday nights, 8 to 10 p.m., 35mm Melodies. Make sure to follow the Instagram, 35mm Melodies, 88.7. I'm going to post some banger memes. I'm going to post some awesome pictures. I dressed up for tonight, guys. I wore a polo. First day, new office, same show, same DJ Adam. Hopefully, I can find some friends by next week so I can maybe have a guest. I feel like I'm way funnier when I'm talking with someone. Talking by myself, guys, I love talking to you guys, but sometimes I feel like I need someone on the other side, you know? Someone to talk to. Sometimes we just need someone to talk to. We just need someone to nerd out with. Someone who can be the punk to our rock, you know? Someone to be the super to our man. The lowest to our lane. You guys know what I'm saying. Well, with that, I think I'm going to call it a night before I ramble off onto some crazy content. But, like I said, guys, we just need to nerd out. We need to be punk rock again. With that, this is DJ Adam signing out from 35mm Melodies on KTCU. Your choice for college radio.